Good. It's the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. Sorry, running a little late, and something's going on here. Running a little late. Had to go pick up a package, and but I'm here now. So come on in. If you get the alert, come on in. Hold on, let me do a couple things here. There. Hold on, do I have this right? Yeah. All right. I see you, Robert Willis, as always. Uh, First out the gate. Robert Willis in the house. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. As always, the number 513-717 King. 513-717-5464. 717-5464. That's the number to get on board. Preston checking in from the barbershop. All right. All right. Okay. Is that you? Ring. Okay. Just making sure that was you. I heard some ringing. Sound like a fire alarm or something. Good afternoon, Preston. Good afternoon, John from Covington. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Y'all come on in. As usual, all I ask, say hi. Tell me where you're checking me out from. Other than that, do whatever you want to do. Do whatever you want to do. Mary. Good afternoon, Mary. Good afternoon. We got Ross. Ross says greetings. Greetings, Ross. Greetings, Ross. Ron. Ron is just come out the gate cussing. Wow. All right. If that's what happens, if that's what you got to do. McConnell in the house. Good afternoon, McConnell. Oh, wait a minute. Somebody gonna say I didn't put this up. Let me put this up so that people can see the comments as they come in. Good afternoon, McConnell. Kim, good afternoon. Bond Hill. Kim representing Bond Hill. So we got Bond Hill in the house. All right. I'm going to let y'all know right now. I'm going to talk about some nonsense today. But I really just want to get a feel. I don't know. Today's going to be different. I don't really want to express an opinion. That sounds weird, don't it? Like I want to talk about nonsense, but I don't want to express an opinion. I want to hear your thoughts on the nonsense. All right? I want to hear your thoughts on the nonsense. We got Black Lion in the house. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Somebody said a good afternoon to you, little baby. Somebody said good afternoon to you, little baby. Got Melinda in the house. You have a blessed weekend as well. Okay, let me pull up some of this nonsense. Jada Pinkett Smith. She's been involved in nonsense all week. So I want to talk a little bit about the nonsense that Jada Pinkett Smith is in or has. I don't even know how you say it. She's put out there. She's involved herself in whatever. Again, I just want to know your thoughts and opinions on this stuff. I don't have an opinion. Sean, good afternoon, Sean. We got Pamela checking us out. North Avondale in the house. Can't beat that. Mary, good afternoon. She says hello. Much love to y'all. And much love to you as well. Erica, Redding in the house. Again, y'all forgive me for my tardiness. But I had to, go do some important stuff. Fridays is my day to go pick up the little baby. So I go pick up the little baby on Fridays. Some days I can make it here sooner, some days not. So Fridays, look for me at 3, but it might be 3:30, 3:45 even, depending on traffic and other situations. All right? Just that's the explanation. That's it. Mary of White Oak, of course, of course. Got Andre in the house. Good afternoon, Andre. Now, this whole thing with Jada's come out reportedly and said a few things. Number one, she says, I believe that her and Will have been separated since like 2016. So she says they don't have an open marriage or anything. They've been separated since 2016. She can't bring herself to pull the trigger on the divorce. But she says they're still figuring it out, but they're separated. And they've been separated since 2016, which is weird because I know separated is different from divorced. I get that. But that makes his reaction at the Oscars a few years ago even that much more strange. Makes it even that much more strange. Like, somebody said something about what's basically your ex, because if y'all separated, y'all ain't been together since 2016. That's like your ex, and then you getting up slapping fire out of people for saying something about somebody who don't even want you. But she didn't stop there this week. She's come out and she said at some point Chris Rock asked her out on a date. Chris Rock asked her out on a date, and then right after he got slapped, he came and basically apologized, like, I didn't hurt your feelings, did I? And now she's come out and basically said that Tupac was her soulmate. So I'm like, what is... Look, is she... Because my understanding is what she got a book out that she's trying to push now. And so these are all revelations, new revelations in the book. And a lot of people got on the lady from The View, who said, look, I don't believe nothing Jada say no more. Every time she need to get some new ratings for her little show, podcast thing, she comes up with something. And, you know, when she's got a new book coming out, she comes up with something new. So I don't know. What do y'all think? Is that whole situation kind of played? Does anybody even care? Like, I see all of this stuff, and I know it makes good headlines. But does anybody care? Like, I don't really get into the whole celebrity relationship thing anyway. But does anybody care? And you can't even... One of the things that I used to like to do, because I thought it was healthy, is I don't care about celebrity relationships and celebrity situations, all of that kind of stuff. But many times, you know, celebrities going through stuff, regular people going through stuff, and you look at it, and the celebrities going through it is really what gives you the opportunity to discuss that situation that a lot of other people going through, right? So say two celebrities get a divorce. I don't really care about those two celebrities, but a lot of people are getting divorces. So it becomes a conversation that you can have, and it becomes real to people. It becomes real. I'm sorry, I just saw the comment that Sierra put up. You're silly. That's funny to me, because there are people who say stuff like that. Sierra says, Jada is just trying to distract us from the railroad sale. That was funny. I called it out the corner of my eyes. But, you know, you use this stuff to talk about divorce, or you use this stuff to talk about navigating separation, or, you know, any of that kind of stuff. Like, I could see an opportunity for all of this Jada stuff to discuss separations. I could see, and it becomes a legitimate conversation to have. How does one navigate a separation? Can you date while you separated? Is that cheating? Blah, blah, blah. It becomes a conversation that people can have because it's real and people deal with it. Soulmates. Like if you met somebody and you thought that was your soulmate and it didn't work out, but you moved on, is it really right to look back on that previous relationship and kind of long for that, even though you know it didn't work, and so on and so forth? So to look at your ex and be like, that was my real soulmate right there. And then what is that saying to your current partner? Like, I settled for you because I couldn't have that. That's another conversation that could be had with regard to all of this stuff. The whole Chris Rock asked me out on a date once, and basically I said no, and basically that's the reason why he hate on me like he do. That's a whole different conversation. But when it's this situation, I'm like, if somebody else was dealing with this situation, then I might be like, hey, that's a good situation to bring up to justify having this conversation. But it's so old and played. Like, you can only play that same card in multiple different ways so much to the point where you like, I don't care. That's all Jada Pinkett Smith. I don't care. Oh, Jada Pinkett Smith. I don't care. What did she say this time? You know what I'm saying? It just, they keep throwing it in my face. And I'm like, I don't care. I can't even, I could, but I don't even want to have a real conversation about some of the actual issues that the stuff that she's saying brings up, because I don't care. I wish they would stop talking about it. Like, I just go somewhere. Go somewhere. Come up with something new to talk about. How many revelations can you give us about your marriage? How many revelations? We done heard too much. I don't want to hear no more. I don't want to hear no more. I don't want to discuss it, even though I brought it up. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to discuss it. I don't care. But she said previously they had no real connection, emotionally or physical connection. It was awkward. That's what she said with regard to Tupac. I don't. It's Jada, and I don't care. It's Jada, and I don't care anymore. And hold on, let me say this. I don't watch the NFL. I'm still not watching the NFL. I do want to have a very small conversation about Colin Kaepernick again. But it'll be very short, but I'm not going to do it right now. I'm tired of hearing about Taylor Swift and the football player. I don't even watch the game no more. I'm tired of hearing about it. Why are some of y'all so fixated on celebrities? I don't know. Oh, hold on. Happy Friday the 13th. Happy Friday the 13th. I don't know why Friday the 13th fascinates me, but it does. It does. So happy Friday the 13th to everyone. And has anyone seen the new Exorcist movie? You know, they're doing a trilogy of Exorcist movies. And starting with this new one that's out. Has anyone seen the new Exorcist movie? If I was comfortable going to the movie theaters, because Mrs. Livingston loves a good horror flick. Loves a good horror flick. If I was comfortable going to the movie theaters, I would definitely, maybe that's what we'll do tonight. Maybe we'll go to the movies. I haven't been to the movies in a long time because I'm very comfortable at home watching on my big screen. But she does love a good horror flick. And I'm just curious as to whether or not anyone's seen it and whether or not it's any good. And I hadn't looked for them. I hadn't seen any of the reviews. See, this is the thing about reviews. This is an example right here. Valerie, who is a man, by the way, says, garbage, don't waste your time, save your money. Erica, who is a woman, says, the new Exorcist movie is pretty good. See, just so you get, two different takes on it. I don't want to waste my money and time and go sit in a theater and, maybe get bed bugs or something. I don't want to do any of that if it's not any good. But if it's a decent movie, Mary says, nope, too demonic for me. Well, I'm sure it's demonic. It's about an exorcism, demons. So, yeah, I can see that if you're not into that. But Mrs. Livingston, me too. We enjoy those types of movies. Sierra says, I heard it wasn't good. I just heard it wasn't good too. But I also heard that it was good. I also heard that it was good. So I don't know. The last movie you probably saw in the theater was Uptown Saturday Night. I think the last movie I saw at the theater was Avengers Endgame. I think that's the last movie that I saw at the theater. And I was going to the theater kind of regularly. And Endgame is the last one I saw. So yeah, I haven't been to when did Avengers Endgame come out? That's how long it's been. Hold on, let me see. 2019. That's how long it's been since I've been to the movie theater. 2019. And I'm considering going back just for this. See if you would get a Fire Stick. I got a Fire TV that I can look at all of that stuff on, but I'm just not. Look, I keep telling y'all, last thing I want to do is be on the news. He got arrested for watching a Fire TV. I didn't get the Fire Stick. I went all out and got a Fire TV. Nope. Didn't go back for Nope. Watched that on Peacock, I believe, and Black Panther 2. Watched that when it came out on Disney Plus. I haven't been to the movies since 2019. I'm just no, E-Man, please. I'm telling you, I get that they'll lock me up. And I'll be in jail, and you don't want to be the dude in jail. And hey, what you in for? Watching Fire TV. I had to make some stuff up. I don't know. They not getting me. They not getting me on nothing like that. If I go to jail, it's going to be because somebody trumped up some charges on me again, or I had to do some real stuff. It ain't going to be because of no daggone Fire TV. Not happening. Let me see. There was another, there's this other story out. That a few people are talking about. Young lady. I say young lady. I don't know how young she is. This lady, apparently, and it all seems like a setup to me. But anybody saw the story about the lady who her date took her to the Cheesecake Factory and she refused to get out the car? And she said, basically, I look too good to be taken to some chain restaurant on my first date. So she refused to get out the car for the Cheesecake Factory because she looked too good. And I don't, look, I'm not rich. I'm not rich. Not by any stretch of the imagination. So for me, I think the Cheesecake Factory is all right. Myosha says that's been on Twitter for 2 days straight. I just saw it earlier today. Hold on, let me see if I can I pull that up? Hold on a second. I need to, oh, where is that? No, it ain't that. Maybe it's this one. All right, hold on. I'm gonna try to do some interesting little stuff here. I hadn't saw this story. And again, I don't have an opinion. I mean, of course I have an opinion, but I'm not giving my opinion. Let me see, can I? See if we can do this here. Oh, not the commercial. I can't even see. Can I skip it yet? No, that clicked on the wrong thing. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to figure out how to do that. Play the little video. I don't know that it is legal, Mary. I might have been breaking the law doing that. I might have been breaking the law. You all right?
Yeah.
What happened to your head?
In the car, I didn't have any seatbelt on, so I fell down.
Somebody socked you in the head.
No.
Sorry, I just glanced and she got a little thing on her head. I don't like that. Oh, nah, you gotta have an opinion. No, I want your opinion today. I want your opinion. Today, I want your opinion. Is that out of line? Ladies, I'm more for the ladies. Is there a place where you like, I think we had this conversation before, haven't we? Where you like, you are not taking me there for no first date? Would Cheesecake Factory be one of those places? I mean, I'm not saying that that's like super high dining or anything, but it's not that bad. Cheesecake Factory, you know what I'm saying? They got the little pasta dish with the shrimp and chicken and stuff in it. I always call it the New Orleans pasta. I think it's all right. Plus, the way that I see it, you going on a date, that means somebody paying for you. You getting a free meal. How you gonna tell them which free meal to give you? I'm not accepting that free meal. You got to give me that free meal. But I don't, thoroughly understand the inner workings of the female, in particular, the modern female mind. I don't thoroughly understand it. What's this? New Orleans pasta. You just renaming dishes. Ain't that what it's called? Ain't that what it's called? The New Orleans pasta. What is it called then? What is it called, Pamela? But ladies, is that a thing now for y'all? Chelsea says, Cheesecake Factory is definitely an acceptable first date, though. Olive Garden, nothing wrong with Olive Garden. You get unlimited bread. I'm saying? Unlimited breadsticks. And if you play your cards right, you can get unlimited salad and soup. Ladies, are men out of order to believe that a first date is basically you just hustling a free meal? Are men out of order? And ain't that kind of what it is? That's kind of what it is. Sierra says it would be unacceptable here in Boston because we have an Italian district. Okay, I'm not understanding what you're saying. You're saying Olive Garden is unacceptable because there's an Italian district, but if you ain't paying for it, and this is what I'm trying to understand, women, if you ain't paying for it, like the date, it shouldn't be, oh, I'm gonna get this free meal. The date should be, okay, I'm gonna sit, maybe stand, whatever we're doing. It's an opportunity for me to try to connect with this person, maybe get to know them, and see if this is someone that I want to spend more time with. So should it matter how much, where the date happens, how much the food is, how fancy the restaurant, if there's even a restaurant involved? If the point is, let me spend a little time with you to get to know you and see if I want to spend some more time with you. Or am I off base with that? That's what I always thought it was supposed to be. That's what I always thought a first date was supposed to be. Olive Garden is trash. Now I got to put my foot down on nasty A Olive Garden. Olive Garden got a couple good things going for it. The salad, you know what I'm saying? The salad ain't that bad. They grate up the little cheese for you. That's not bad. They got that the one little soup with the little potatoes and pieces of sausage in it. I don't remember what none of this stuff is called because I don't really go out like that. But I remember they have that soup. They got the bread, and they got them little fried raviolis. That ain't bad. I think that's about it. That's about all I eat from there. But in my mind, if you like, hey, look, I'm taking you out on a date. I'm spending my money. And you just don't like this restaurant. Like you've had bad experiences here or you don't like their food. In that case, I don't see anything wrong with saying, thank you. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the thought, but I've had really bad experiences here or I just don't like this restaurant. Can we go anywhere else? I don't think that would, fellas, let me ask y'all, would that be a problem? Would that be a problem? If she said, yes, that's it. That's it. Thank you, Chelsea. I'd never pronounce it. I always just point to it on the menu. The Zuppa Toscana. But that wouldn't be out of line, would it, fellas? It's like, look, let's say you pull up the Olive Garden and she like, ooh, I appreciate it. Can we go somewhere else? Like, I don't like their food at all. I don't think not a single dude that I know would be like, you ungrateful bitch, you know. It'd be like, oh, okay. Well, where you want to go? Or, maybe even, all right, well, we're going to go somewhere else. And then you end up at the Cheesecake Factory. You never know. But I don't think any of the fellas would think that that's out of line. But to say, oh, you taking me to a chain restaurant and somehow that's out of line, I think that's different. I think that's different. Hold on, Jack. Jack has a different opinion. Jack says that was the first hoop out of many he would have to jump through. Now, are you saying if you took her to, say, Olive Garden and she said, I just don't like their food. I've been here a million times before and I just don't like their food. Can we go somewhere else? You think that's the first of many hoops that he had to jump through. So you saying, bail, get out. Just drop her A back off at home. Tell her, eat something out of your refrigerator. I'm trying to understand. I ain't been on a first date, and oh my God, it's been 14 years since my last first date. Timothy, now y'all got to be clear what y'all talking about. Remember, I'm seeing all of these comments and I'm processing them all. So you got to be clear what you're saying. Timothy says he's right. Personal taste is endless. Who's right? Am I right? Are you saying that Jack is right? Be clear about what you're saying, because I don't know. And y'all won't call. I don't know why y'all, well, maybe you're at work. I understand people not calling. I don't have a problem with it. But I do want to understand. So you saying Jack is right. If a woman said to you, Timothy, you know what? I appreciate the gesture, but I hate this particular restaurant. There's nothing on the menu that I like. Can we go anywhere else? You feel like red flag, drop her ass off at home. I know what she said, Jack. I know what she said. I asked a different question. I think most men would have immediately took her back to wherever he picked her up from, and some men would have told her to get out and pull it off. Well, I want to know from women. Sierra says, Olive Garden entrees are 20 plus, but the quality doesn't match that price. Shows me he makes poor financial decisions. Oh. Oh, that's funny. Is that women, are y'all really, that was funny. Are y'all really making these judgments of men based on where he chooses to take you for a free meal? I'm asking. I don't know. I know a lot of y'all still single out here, and that might be a part of why. Me and my wife first date was down at the riverfront, sitting at the wall, watching the boats, eating takeout, and getting to know each other. That was dope. Then our second date was to Kabuto's Japanese Steakhouse. All right. See, that's what I think a first date is supposed to be. Hey, girl, I want to take you somewhere and spend some time with you so we can talk and get to know each other, so I can see if I want to spend some more time with you. To me, that's what a first date is. Where did I take Mrs. Livingston on the first date? We went and shot pool. We went down Newport on the Levee. We went and shot pool down there. I don't even remember where we went to eat. Did we go to eat before or after? I don't remember. But the main part of the date to me was us shooting pool, me talking to her talking to me, and she did have on this nice dress, and you know, she looked real good. And I couldn't help. I kept catching myself singing "Feeling on Your Booty," and then she heard me at some point, and she was like, "Are you singing "Feeling on Your Booty"?" And I was like, "Oh, my bad. I was singing that out loud." I really, I just, but no, we just went and we shot pool. We did. We went to eat somewhere either before or after, but I don't even really remember that part. I just remember having a really good time with her, shooting pool and talking and laughing and just having fun. And to me, that's that's what the first date is about. And she could have, said like, "Hey, yo, no, I don't want to see you no more. You were singing, feeling on your booty." This was, it was after the whole Aaliyah thing, but before the whole sex cult thing. So it was all right to sing R. Kelly. It was all right to sing R. Kelly. And I wasn't being, some of y'all talking about being nasty, but I wasn't being nasty. I was just, the song kept coming into my head. And I really thought I was maybe just quietly humming it to myself. I'm going to have a day so about where we go in the first place. Huh? I reread that and retype that and resend it. Jeffrey says that's a big part of why they are single. Okay. All right. Jack says, if she said, "I don't like Cheesecake Factory, do you mind if we go somewhere else?" He's saying that would be cool. Okay. All right. I'm a nasty little creep. All right. Man named Valerie. uh, Lonzo said you gotta make sure you getting some before you spend a lot of money on a high-end restaurant. No, no, no. Now, I don't do high-end restaurants. I just don't. I've done one high-end restaurant in my entire life. And I just don't do it. I told y'all this, I paid $100 something for a little plate of scallops. It was like 6 scallops. Like, I could go to Red Lobster, get the same daggone scallops, the Admiral's Feast, the all-you-can-eat shrimp, probably for about $32. I spent $100 something on a little plate of scallops. And it wasn't like the quality of the scallops was so much beyond anything I'd ever experienced. It's scallops. It's scallops. Like $100 something. I didn't want to go, but the young lady I was with wanted to go. And, she was used to that, I guess. I don't know why she was with me, because, I spent $100 something. In my mind, it was 124. That was just that wasn't like on the whole date. That was just on that one little dish of scallops. And she ate, you know what I'm saying? She ate like a whole meal. I don't remember exactly how much I ended up spending on that date. It was hundreds of dollars. Hundreds of dollars. And I came out hungry. Like, why did I just spend like $400 or $500 on a meal and I'm hungry? I could have gone to Red Lobster. Red Lobster. All you can eat shrimp and scallops or something. Like I said, who don't like a good Admiral's Feast? I'll be honest, to be completely, I thought, okay, I ain't never been in one of these big high-end restaurants. Never been. So maybe the food quality is going to be so far above everything else I've ever had, and I'm going to be hooked on this. It wasn't. It wasn't. I said I'd done it one time. And when she wanted to go back, I said, nope. You want to go to Red Lobster? I'm not going to know Red Lobster. I'm not going to, I don't even remember what the place was. I remember it was downtown, sitting on the corner. We valet, and let the valet park the car. I ain't never really liked all that because I don't like other people in my car driving my stuff. It was fancy. Oh, we doing the fancy thing. I just, and it really ain't a money thing to me. It ain't a money thing to me. I mean, it's a value thing. I'm paying all this money for somebody else to park my car and to sit here and eat my food in a damn suit. Why am I wearing a suit to eat? I'm just sharing the thoughts that I had. Why am I wearing a suit to eat and paying $100-something for some scallops? When I was excited, this scallops gonna be the bomb. They gonna be so good. That's just a regular damn scallop. I might have even said that out loud. Like, that's just a regular damn scallop. I said, don't be embarrassing me in here. I'm like, what? I got on a tie. You know what I'm saying? For some scallops, it's just regular. So, yeah, I'm not a fancy. I don't do all of that high-priced, high-end restaurant stuff. I'll leave that for y'all. But for me, nope. Talking about the feeling on your booty, I'm embarrassing. I wasn't nobody embarrassed. I Lightweight thinks she liked it. Because I could sing a little bit. You a pimp. Pool on the first date so you can see Mrs. Livingston bending over and everything. Pimp move. I had nothing to do with that. She likes shooting pool. I like shooting pool. Neither of us is great at it, but we like doing it. Why not? Go do something fun. Because my take has always been, if I'm taking you on a date, we're going to do something. And we're going to do something that I'm going to enjoy doing. Hopefully we both can enjoy doing it. But if the date, like if you are a horrible person, like you're not a good conversationalist, or you got a stank ass attitude or something like that, at least I can have fun. I'm gonna have fun. Mrs. Livingston actually asked me the other day, we were watching something and they were talking about bad first dates. She said, have you ever had a bad first date? And I said, no. Now, I've been on first dates that could have been bad because the person that I went on a date with, we didn't click. But I never go on a first date and do something that I'm not going to enjoy doing. So for me, I never had a bad first date. Never. What do you consider a high-end restaurant? Well, I know that was before my description. It was $100 and something just for the scampi, which was like the appetizer. That wasn't even the meal. I think I just probably got something simple like some salmon fillet. And that was a lot of money. So yeah, no, I don't do high end. Scallops are expensive, bro. You can go to Red Lobster and get a plate of scallops for like $24. I think it's all you can eat, but I'm not sure. All depends on what month it is. Jack says if it wasn't a la carte, that probably wasn't high end. Bro, 120 something dollars for some scallops. I think it was like 6 of them. That's high end. That's high end. Some people not liking me eating scallops. If you don't like me eating scallops, don't eat none. I'm cool. I'm cool with you not eating no scallops. Another example of poor food-based financial decisions. That was a poor food-based financial decision. She wanted to go so bad. She wanted to go so bad. It wasn't a first date. You know, we were in a relationship and she wanted to go so bad. I've always resisted paying extraordinarily high prices for food. Because it's probably the same stuff. John says, same here, never doing a high-end restaurant again. McCormick's. Wasn't no McCormick's. No. Do they even valet at McCormick's? McCormick's actually ain't bad. See, I don't consider McCormick's a high-end restaurant. McCormick's ain't bad. Their prices are decent. The food is decent. You know, it ain't bad. You was hoping she noticed and said some different. I don't know what that means. You were showing out that night. Did you hit it? Well, yeah, I hit it. But that's because we were in a relationship. I was, hitting it regularly. So it wasn't, she just really wanted to go. She really wanted to go there. Martin's downtown's not all of that. Okay. It might have been Martin's, it might not. I don't know where it was. I don't remember. I didn't make the reservation. I told her it was okay to make the reservation. And she made the reservation sometime out. So it wasn't just a place where you can just roll up and go. You had to have a reservation. Oh, yeah, I saw that, Sierra. Jada's now saying she was shocked when Will called her wife after slapping Chris. Yeah, I did. Yeah. $100 for scallops. Was the fisherman there? He should have been. And it was $100+. It wasn't just $100. I'm going to have some type of say about where we're going to eat in the first place. Not if you ain't paying. If you ain't paying, you just get what you get. And you can suggest something, you know what I'm saying? Once, like I said, if we get there and you like, ooh, I've been here, I hate this restaurant. Then I'm like, okay. I mean, I got some other ideas. Is there any, specific place that you like to go? But if you ain't paying, no, CK hasn't called. Diane says, we do restaurant week to try different places. Yeah, we do that too. I found actually some decent places when we did, we did burger week and we do restaurant week. So yeah, I found some decent places that kind of became regular places based on that. Yeah. McCormick's is okay. Yeah, McCormick's is okay. LaDonna says she's allergic to that stuff. I feel bad for you. I feel bad for people who have food allergies. Making the female happy. Okay. Chelsea says, do I know this female? Do I know this woman? Yes, you know her. Yes, you know her. We went trick or treating, and or no, we went. I think we did go trick or treating, but we went Christmas caroling with this female. Oh, I don't know. I ever told y'all that. We took my nieces and nephews. We took them out Christmas caroling in Evanston one year, and let me tell you, people in Evanston are not used to people Christmas caroling. They are not used to it. It was crazy. It was crazy. People, look, I'm going to tell you this now. Either people need to do it on a regular basis or don't do it at all. I think it was the first time ever that people in Evanston had ever seen Christmas carolers. Oh, I remember that night. Ron says he ate escargot at the conservatory. And that was his last time. Never ate that. Never considered it. I was in money shock. I was in money shock. I mean, I knew, when she told me where we were going, I had looked at the menu, so I had an idea. And money-wise, I knew it was going to be expensive. Again, I just thought that it was going to be so much. I thought it was going to be so much more. Like, this is some big high-end stuff. It's high-end. I ain't never been into that stuff. Just never been. Look, I think if I was like a multi-billionaire, I still wouldn't want to spend that kind of money on food like that. Now, maybe if I was a multi-billionaire, things would be different. My whole view on money would be different. And, I wouldn't even think about the money that I'm spending. I don't know. But there's no part of me that wants to be in that world. Not that wants to have money, but wants to have to, because that was what I felt like. Like, I'm here because we have to show that we got some money. And I ain't never been one of those, prove stuff to people type of people. Somebody said hi, little baby. They said hi to you. You ain't gonna say hi. Why? Cause you're mean. Cause you're mean. Why you being mean? Why you being mean? Why don't you say hi? 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 Mary says, ladies' choice, dang it. No! Ladies, look, you get to choose if you chipping in or if you paying, or, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we have been in a relationship for a minute. So then she, you got to, like, if Mrs. Livingston right now said, hey, I want to go here tonight for dinner. You know what's going to happen? We going to go there tonight for dinner. She get to say where she want to go. Even though I have to say she never says where she wants to go. She just always shoots down everywhere I want to go. Hey, let's go here. Let's go to Olive Garden. I don't want no Olive Garden. Well, where you want to go? I don't know. You decide. Okay. Let's go to the Cheesecake Factory. Well, I don't want no Cheesecake Factory. Well, where you want to go? I don't know. You decide. Okay, one of my favorite restaurants. Let's go to Texas Roadhouse. I don't want no Texas Roadhouse. Okay, where you want to go? It don't matter. You decide. And I say that one place, I can't think of the name of it. Over there in Kenwood, the little wine bar. I can't think of the name of it right now. The name of it is escaping me. But let's go over to the little wine bar place. Well, I don't feel like going there. Well, where do you want to go, baby? It don't matter. You decide. Cooper's Hawk. Is that what it's called? Cooper's Hawk. Yes. So I don't feel like going there. What you want? It don't matter. You decide. It does matter. It does matter. I've thrown out 7 suggestions, and you said no to all of them. That's just, I'm not in the mood for that. Right. So you need to tell me what you're in the mood for. Even if you don't want to pick the restaurant, like you're in the mood for Italian food, you're in the mood for like Mexican food, you're in the mood for what are you in the mood for? You tell me what you're in the mood for. It don't matter. It matter. It matter. Tell me what you want. She be frustrating me. She be frustrating me sometimes. It don't matter. Talking about my Christmas caroling. What kind of whack ass is that, Emanuel Livingston? It was fun. It was a little dangerous, but it was fun. It was fun. Christmas caroling. Black folks do Christmas caroling. No, they don't. That's what made it fun in Evanston. Oh, and no, nobody tried to shoot us. Nobody tried to shoot us, but it was really awkward. Oh. But yeah, no. It's always up to me to decide. Mrs. E ain't trying to go to no cookie factory. Can't go wrong at Jeff Ruby's. Never been to Jeff Ruby's and don't ever intend on going to Jeff Ruby's. Never been there, don't intend on going there. Shirley says, give her multiple choices. I threw out 7 different options and she said no to all of them. When you say no to all 7 options, I'm frustrated now. Because that means you got something in particular in mind. You got something in particular in mind. The careless story has me rolling. It's a true story. My niece is over here, Chelsea. She was out there with us. We went Christmas caroling in Evanston. I didn't sing. Oh, you had to be there, at least in my mind, to understand why that was funny. Republicans have chosen Jim Jordan as nominee for Speaker of the House. I don't care who they choose. I don't care who they select, who they vote for, who becomes the next speaker. None of that matters to me. I don't care. Nothing's going to change. They're going to still be the same party. They're going to be the same party. It don't matter. Whether it's McCarthy or whether it's Scalise or whether it's Jordan or, even if Goofy Gates got it, it wouldn't matter. It's the same party. Same stuff gonna happen. Same stuff gonna happen. Princess Flower says Jeff Ruby's good. All right. Shahara says, what's wrong with Jeff Ruby's? I feel like racist or something happened there, but I can't remember. Well, when he was on the station and he used the N-word, like he legit used the N-word. He can't ever say to me that he ain't never said the N-word because I heard him say it multiple times at the radio station with Lincoln Ware. I told y'all Lincoln Ware got mad at me because I dumped him. He was so comfortable saying it. He said it on the air and I dumped him. And Lincoln was mad. Let him say it. Let him say it. Like he was screaming at the top of his lungs. Eyes all bugging out, mad because I wouldn't let Jeff Ruby say the N-word on air. And he wasn't like, let him expose himself, let him saying it. He was saying it like it was a good thing. So yeah, no. Yes, he put the ER on it. Yes. Jason says, when was this? This was years ago. We were on was that Section? In the early 2000s. In the early 2000s. Has Lincoln ever given his side of the story? I don't know. There's no other side of the story. I'm not saying anything that's not true. They were talking about his life. He had got him to come in and do an interview, and he treated him like, he was the president or something. And I remember P.N. Everson Price was there, and she was running behind him like, he was Jesus. And I'm like, oh my goodness, it's this guy on the air, but I didn't know him. I'd heard about him, but I didn't know him. And he was interviewing him and, just tell me about you. And, how did you get started? And how did you, I don't remember, how did you get to Cincinnati or whatever it was? I don't remember. And he was talking about, growing up, and he just kept using the N-word. He kept referring to black people as N-words. And I'm like, no. Now, he was saying it to say that he liked N-words. You can't make this stuff up, y'all. He was saying it to say that he liked N-words. Like, he never had a problem with N-words, but that his friends would always call him an N-word lover. And I'm dumping like crazy. I'm dumping, and Lincoln, did you dump that? I'm like, yes. Why'd you dump it? Because he said the N-word. It don't have the power if he don't say the word. Like, bruh, no. Ask Lincoln about it. He won't, well, I can't say he won't deny it, because Lincoln will lie. If you don't know nothing else about Lincoln Ware, know that Lincoln will lie very convincingly with a straight face. He don't have no problem with that. But it's 100% true, and I believe Lincoln Ware has acknowledged it, because you can't not acknowledge it. It happened on air. Like, legit. It's not. We weren't in commercial when this happened. We were live on air. He was screaming at me live on air to let him say the word. I'm not making this up. I'm not exaggerating the story. Nothing. And ever since then, I'm like, I can't mess with that dude. John says he needs some context. That's the whole context, Jason. That's the entire context. He was talking about some of his friends when he was growing up was N's. And his other white friends were calling him an N lover. So I guess in his mind, he was saying N's, but not with the A. He was saying N's in a loving sense. And his friends was calling him an N-word lover in a negative sense. But he was using the N-word. Growing up, some of my friends was N's. And my white friends would call me an N-word lover. That's your context. That's your context. And if you don't believe me, ask Lincoln. Y'all always be asking me this stuff, but don't ever follow up and ask Lincoln. Ask him. I can't say he won't lie, but then if he do lie, that'd be something else that I can hold over him. So yes, ask him. But because of that, I've never been to Jeff Ruby's. I've been in a few bands that wanted to play at Jeff Ruby's, and I've told them no, I won't play there. Even though I have to admit, I'm considering it now. I'm considering it. Maya says, for once, I agree with Lincoln. You should have let it go over the air so people could actually hear it coming from his mouth, because you know there's people who won't believe this. If they don't believe it, they just don't believe it. There was a policy at the radio station, which I believe still exists, no N-word. And I think that's before we were owned by Radio 1. That's when we were blue chip. And Ross Love, I believe, had that policy. He did not want the N-word going out over his airwaves in no context. No N-word. And his office was right across the hallway. I'm going to sit there and let the N-word go out over the air and get fired. No. Even though I got fired later on, but that's a whole different story. Yes, that was Lincoln's Republican days. Yes. You can't get over him saying the N-word. I didn't appreciate it. So, yeah, no, I don't want to support his business. I'm going to guess you don't have a problem with being called the N-word, Ron. You like sensible Don? Like, go ahead, call me the N-word. You can say it. You can call me that. Go ahead. He used to say that to the guys down at 700 WOW. I don't care. You can call me the N-word. I don't care. You go ahead, say it. Go ahead, say it. I don't mind. Why y'all ain't check him on air? Maybe you didn't hear the whole story. I don't know how to answer that question. Did Ware get offended? No, he wasn't offended even a little bit. Not even a little bit. Have Lincoln on as a guest. I'm going to invite Lincoln on as a guest. Just for yeah, I'm going to invite Lincoln on as a guest. Oh, that's funny. I'm not even going to say what's going to happen. I'm going to just invite him, and then I'll tell y'all what happened. Walter says you'll play at his restaurant, but you won't watch the NFL. I don't understand how you're equating those two things. Tell me how you're equating those two things, and I'll answer your question. But I'm not even sure that was a question. There's no question mark there or anything. You just made a statement, which wasn't even necessarily true. So, but okay. B-Rab says you asked him for a cigar and he said he didn't have any. Maybe he didn't. Oh, let me see. I always take callers, but I'll invite him on the show. I will invite him. I will invite him on the show. Crystal says, I do Christmas caroling. Where? Where do you do Christmas caroling? I'm understanding that's very important. The where is very important. Anthony says, you didn't have a problem with your girl, the one that said her white dude would call her the N-word during sex. I don't understand what you're asking me. did I have a problem with her saying that? I thought that was crazy, but I didn't have a problem with her as a human. And y'all know me, I believe in a double standard. I believe black people can say the N-word, white people can't. So if she said, which she didn't even say it, but if she said the N-word, I wouldn't have a problem with her. Like, I don't hate Lincoln or anything for encouraging him to say the N-word. It's like, I don't hate her for, I guess, allowing her white boyfriend to say the N-word to her. It's a bit of a double standard. Yeah. And I'm comfortable with that double standard. Very comfortable with it. Kristen says, not in Evanston. Yeah. Not in Evanston. Carolyn says she hated her calls. I liked Lisa. I used to talk to Lisa. You know, off air. I had conversations with a lot of people off air. And I used to talk to Lisa. Do I believe she was saying some of that stuff for effect? I think she was exaggerating some stuff. I think she exaggerated some stuff. I don't think she necessarily just made stuff up for effect. Like, I believe the basis of everything was true. She just hyped it just a little bit. I think she hyped it just a little bit. Walter says the NFL owners are racist, and so is Jack Ruby. Why would you work for a known racist? He has to pay you at the end of the night. I thought Jack Ruby was dead. I'm going to tell you, I would not, Walter, I want to be 100% clear here. I would not work for a dead person knowingly. I would not knowingly work for a ghost or a spirit. I wouldn't do it. First, where are they getting the money to pay me? Where are they getting the money? I wouldn't do that. I give you my word. I would not do that. All right? Just so you know. Pharaoh. I don't know where didn't Jack Ruby kill the, what's his name that shot Kennedy? Oswald? And then ain't he dead? Don't you work for Jesus? No, I don't. I don't work for Jesus. Walter says, you know what I'm talking about. No, I really don't. Y'all be all over the place. I had to take y'all at y'all word. So you think I want to work for Jack Ruby? No, I'm telling you I don't. Now, if I'm misunderstanding what you said, please clear it up. Don't just say you know what I mean, because I don't. Did you watch Kirk Franklin doc on YouTube about his dad? I did not. I did not. Blade says that Jim is right. All right. Good. Oh, there was something else that I wanted to discuss. There was something else. What else was it? I can't recall. But again, I will. Let me go back and say, I do have an issue, or hold on, I don't have an issue with whomever the Republicans choose. With whomever the Republicans choose as their nominee, which I guess apparently is Jim Jordan. I don't have a problem with that. It doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter. I thought you said you work getting Jesus sound system running. I work for a church, but that's not me working directly for Jesus. That's me working for an organization. When I did Gospel Superfest, there's a person who actually puts everything together. He pays people and he edits the show, all of that stuff. There's an actual human. I'm going to tell you right now, Jesus has never written me a check. Never. I can look at all the signatures on all of the checks I've ever received, and Jesus has never been the, what is it, the signator? Is that what that is? Never happened. Um, uh, I'm trying to think of what it was that I wanted to talk about. There was some other topic that I wanted to discuss. Hold on a second. I might have saved it because I do that sometimes. I'll go in and save stuff. What is this? Oh, I did see this story. This was what, about a week or two ago. There was a Nashville teacher took a second grader shirt and gave them another shirt and told them they were not allowed to wear the shirt that they had on in school. And the shirt that they had on, hold on, anybody know what the shirt was? Anybody know why the teacher said that this student was not allowed to wear this particular shirt in school, and so they took it from him and gave him a different shirt? Anybody know? Anybody know? Yes, Carolyn. Yes. Because the shirt was an AKA shirt. And this teacher said that that shirt was reserved for members only. So this lady takes this kid's shirt from her. Would not allow her to wear the shirt because she was a member of this club and this child was not a member of this club. I'm like, what? Now they say the school is apologizing. The school is apologizing. I'm like, what? What in the world is going on? I'm going to tell you this right now. If I send this little baby, you can't block me. You can't block me. To school in an AKA shirt or any other shirt, and some teacher takes her shirt, oh, we got problems. We got problems. Talking about, oh, you're not in the club. She's not in the club, so she can't wear the shirt. We got all kind of problems. You're going to need your whole club to support you. Hold on, let me see if I can pull up that story. Let's pull up that story. It would help if I would have my finger on the right keys. This story, this here story is from 3 days ago. All right, hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can put this one up. That's the old one I was trying to put up. so tiny over here, I can't see what I'm doing. All right, there we go. So we got rid of that one. And let me see, can I make this big so I can actually read it? I can't read it over here. Okay, in Nashville, Tennessee, a second grade teacher at McGavock Elementary School allegedly forced a student to change their shirt. The shirt in question, worn by the student, featured AKA sorority. Oh, it's so tiny over here. Lettering and a pink and green color scheme. The alleged incident has led the school principal to apologize to the student and her family. The AKA t-shirt was worn by a 7-year-old Peyton Tiger and had AKA 1908 printed on it. The teacher noticed the little girl had on a pink and green rhinestone shirt, the colors worn by Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated members. It just, when you put it on this screen, everything is so much smaller, so I can barely read this. The student's mother, Chloe Smith, said a family friend passed the shirt down to Tiger and that her daughter liked the shirt because its colors and because it matched her pants. She chose to wear the shirt. She chose to wear it to school that day. Both Smith and Tiger are white. Oh. The teacher allegedly was upset by the student wearing the gifted shirt and emailed Smith, informing her why she took the shirt away and gave Tiger an alternative shirt. She said, "Today I noticed Peyton," oh, it jumped on me, "wearing an AKA shirt. I'm a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, which is a service organization for college-trained and educated women. AKA branded items are trademarked and reserved for members only. Thus, I had to give her a new shirt and take the AKA shirt. The new shirt she received is clean, and there is no need to give it back." Boy, I tell you what, that would be all kind of problems. That would be all kind of problems. That wouldn't be good for nobody. For nobody. She didn't have to take the shirt, but could have used it as a teachable moment. What would be the teachable moment? What would be the teachable moment there? Just, I'm curious. I really want to know. Will says, "What's good, y'all? I'm in the building. I haven't tapped in a while. Hope everybody's been good and happy Friday." Hey, what's up, Will? Hope everything going good with you. Myosha says, "That's too damn extreme. Black Greeks take that ish too seriously." They're not Greeks. They not Greek. They not. I always hate it when people call them Black Greeks. Like, they have dual citizenship. I mean, the Black Greeks, you don't know them because they're in Greece. Those are Black Greeks. Those are black people who are Greek. These people are people who belong to clubs that use Greek lettering, but they're not Black Greeks. Where you going? All right. Oh, got a call coming in. Can't beat a call. Caller.
This is Andrew.
Hey, Andrew.
Yeah, no. So I just I'm just wondering. So are you upset about the shirt being taken because you just don't like teachers confiscating kids' property in general, or what is
Yes,
the?
and
I'm sorry. Okay.
yes, that, and uh, for the reason that the shirt was taken. So I got beef with all of that.
All right. So have you ever seen the videos of people dressed up as military and acting like they were served, and other military people pressed them for wearing the badges or the whatever the military uniform is? You have issues with that as well, or is it just as
What? Let me answer it this way, because I'm not
okay?
100% sure of the question that you're asking. I've seen a lot of people who never served in the Army with a T-shirt on that says Army, or a T-shirt on that says Marines, or
Hmm.
whatever. I don't think that some person who at some point joined the armed forces should be able to go rip that shirt off of them and say, you was never in the Army, so you don't get to wear shirts that say Army. To me, that would be horribly ridiculous.
Okay. This is my thing. So I understand what you're saying. Yes, I think she could have went about it a different way, but I've seen videos of people catching beat downs. It's one thing to wear colors and whatever it can be. When it gets specific, I think that's when people get upset about stuff, right? Like I've seen videos. Sure, you can wear the camouflage or army fatigues, but when they wear the seals and the patches that represent whatever war platoon, or like they can wear, for an example, if he's seen somebody wearing he's old now, so he probably wouldn't actually fight him, but if he's in his younger days and he's seen somebody fighting that they were a Marine in combat with him, he probably loses his top.
But now hold on,
Mhm.
let's clarify a couple things here, because you're
Okay.
saying some things and I think you're meaning something else. So I want to clarify for me as we go further into this conversation. Are you justifying people assaulting people because they wear clothing that certain people feel like they shouldn't be allowed to wear?
No.
Okay.
I'm justifying that they may have feelings about something they feel like they represent, and they went through a certain amount of sweat equity or whatever it is to feel like they've earned that right to, be a part of that group or that organization, whether it's the military or being a police officer or whatever it is, a secret society, whatever it is that, these things are, it's like designated to them, and they feel the way when someone else takes it upon themselves and decides, well, forget all that work and whatever you did to do this, to get it, to be able to, designate this to yourself. I'm going to designate myself because I feel like it. Like, I think that's what it is. I don't agree that she took the shirt. She could have, called a parent and said, hey, this is what's happening, X, Y, Z. Could you not allow her to come back to school
But why?
in
Why
this
wouldn't
shirt?
she be allowed to come to school wearing that shirt? Now, actually, to kind of follow up on it, but right now we're talking theoretical. Apparently, the shirt was against policy just because it had wording on it, just period. So the
Mm-hmm.
school would have had a problem with her wearing the shirt because I guess they have some issue with kids wearing shirts with wording on it. But even the school says that the reason, not for the wording, but because of the membership in the club, was inappropriate. But I'll be honest, it sounds to me like you're suggesting that this teacher was not out of line for even suggesting that this child should not be able to wear that particular shirt.
No, because if she's part of that organization and that for AKA or whatever the case may be, it has the letters, the numbers, all that, then she's also representing that as well, and feels like she can speak upon that. Now, if it was just the colors of green and pink, then yeah, the teacher would be out of line because anybody should be able to wear green and pink. But when it's the actual branding and the representation of this organization that she's a part of, I think that she has a valid point to have an opinion on it.
Well, everyone has a right to an opinion. But I would say this: everyone has a right to wear whatever the hell they want to wear too, right? Like if I can walk in a store and buy a AKA or A5A or whatever shirt that I want to buy, You telling me you can buy it, but you can't wear it. That doesn't make sense. So then maybe they should only sell them to members and, make some sort of penalty for members if someone else gets their hands on it. So you punish the member, but you can't punish me because I wore a shirt. That's not reasonable. That actually sounds kind of psychotic to me.
So I'm sorry. What's the punishment? So the punishment is not being able to wear the shirt? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know what you would punish your member for. But y'all can come up with whatever punishment y'all want to for y'all own members. They join the club. Whatever happens, happens. But just for a regular person, like if I had a Alpha Phi Alpha shirt and I decided to put it on today, that should be the end of the story. Now, if you see me with it on and you're a member of that organization, you can think whatever you want to think. But you can't do nothing about it.
True. Very true.
But it sounds like you saying, well, they should be able to do something.
No, I was saying they should be able to voice their opinion and say, hey, this is what it is, how I feel. This is why the organizations feel that type of way or whatever. The same scenario happened not too long ago, a few years ago with the rapper Lil Boosie. He wore a Kappa shirt or something, and his brother's a Kappa. It was the whole thing. And it was just a little backlash, and nothing's going to happen. Nothing actually happened. It's just the social norms within those organizations is how it operates. That's all I'm saying. So they have an opinion or feeling type of way about it. What's the opinion, and whatever else happens is whatever it is. I don't believe that violence should happen or someone should be forceful to take it off where the case should be. I don't think the teacher's right for confiscating the shirt. But then, I mean, I think it's kind of a sliding scale, right? A sliding scale, in my opinion. The teachers take phones all the time, so it is what it is. But in that situation, not being distracted, what the case should be, I think that would have been more of a phone call to the parent to say, hey, maybe you don't know about these organizations, but this is how it operates, and this is why, people may not feel it's respectful or how I feel about it, what the case should be, and that be that. But does she have the right to wear it? You have the right in this country to do whatever the hell you want to do, and if you want to live with those consequences that may or may not come with them. So, I don't know.
I think she would have been equally out of line to call the parents and say she shouldn't be wearing this shirt. I think she would be equally, that the email that she sent was out of line. In my opinion, out of line. She can feel how she want to feel, but I think she was out of line. And even for the military people, see, I don't think it should be illegal, or I don't. Maybe we're not arguing legality, but if I want to put on military attire, even with insignias and everything, as long as I am not, how like you can, soldiers eat free. I'm not trying to get any benefit from it. I can wear whatever the hell I want to wear. And if you don't like it, so, Mr. Military Man, you were out there supposedly fighting for my rights to wear it. Were you really fighting for my rights to wear it? If you were, shut the hell up. And if you wasn't, then I don't respect you anyway.
I understand that. I just think I've seen those videos, and people put those military guys go irate and end up taking the clothes off that individual. And I'm sure that, I don't know, everybody's different, everybody's responsible for their own actions, but that was to happen of this person trying to do that as an adult. And come across another crazy adult that's a part of that organization that may attempt to try the same thing. Like, I don't know. So that's what I'm saying, of the fact that the teacher saying, hey, I'm not that person. I'm not, obviously I'm a professional, what it should be. So I'm telling you, hey, this is what it is why it's not acceptable to these people part of that organization. And that's all it is. And I would think that she's attempting to try to act for respect for the organization to not wear the shirt. Now, you do what you want to do, X, Y, and Z, whatever the case may be. Once again, it could be someone else out there crazy that's not going to ask you to take it off and attempt to take it off for you.
And then if something really bad,
with those military people,
if something really bad and permanent happens to that person, I wouldn't have a problem with it.
Well, what person?
The person who's attempting to take it off of you. the crazy person who's attempting to
Mm-hmm.
impose their will upon you, if something really, really bad and permanent happened to that person, I wouldn't have a problem with it.
Understood. All right, but no, that's all I had. I was just giving my 2 cents because I see you don't, which, your opinion that you don't agree with teachers taking anything from students, but I was just wondering how you felt about the other 2 subjects when it comes to people feel like they're being part of an organization they've worked hard for, whatever case may be, and then individuals may not have done the same work they did to be there and feel like it's more of a disrespect thing than anything else. So thanks for taking my call.
All right. I appreciate you calling. All right. That was Andrew. We didn't necessarily agree. I understand his perspective. I don't necessarily roll with that, if you're not in my club nonsense. It's clothing. It's clothing. You can wear whatever you want to wear. Rilo says, if you are not a part of the organization, don't wear the paraphernalia unless you're ready to deal with the potential repercussions. And if I wear the paraphernalia, be prepared to deal with the very serious repercussions if you try to do something about it. Blade.
What's going on, man?
Hey, how you doing?
Hello?
How you doing?
Hello?
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 Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
No, I can't hear you.
I can't hear you.
All right. Well, then I guess we should end that call. But yeah, it's just a shirt, or it's just a pendant, or it's just a whatever. It means as much to me as wearing a Nike symbol emblazoned on my chest. So if you don't work for Nike, then you can't wear it. That would be stupid. Blade.
Hey, what's up, man?
How you doing?
Pretty good. You got a good conversation, man. But I think missed leaving something out of the conversation.
Oh, what am I leaving out?
You cannot wear them colors unless you what's the word? You have to pledge.
That's not true.
If you don't pledge, yeah, it is.
No,
if
it's
you
not.
don't pledge, if you don't, yeah, it is.
It's not.
Are you in it? Because I know your brother's in it.
Well, neither of us are, so you know wrong. But what you're saying is factually inaccurate. As I think was
No,
proof
it's not.
by the little girl wearing it. She proved that you can
that's
wear
why-
it if you
and
don't
that's why
belong
the
to the
woman
organization.
That's why the woman snatched it off of her. Because she's not in it. You have the only way you can get in them organizations, you got to pledge.
You don't
You
have
gotta-
to be in the organization to wear a shirt.
But you're missing the point. I understand your point, but you're missing their point.
No, I
You
understand
have
that
to
point.
pledge. You have to pledge to wear their colors. That's why your boy told him. That's why the boy told you they went after the rapper when he had it on. They told him if you don't pledge and you're not in with us, you can't wear these colors. They're like a gang.
Okay, that's
Hello?
a bad thing. That's
Well,
not a good thing.
They
That's a bad thing.
well, I know. I know. They are like intelligent gang.
Well,
them
I
are
don't
the
know how
black
intelligent.
people- Them are gatekeepers to speak for you blacks.
Okay, I don't know.
Them.
I have no idea what you're talking
You-
about now.
You know what I'm talking about. You
I don't.
You around them. You used to work around them. Divine Nine, the Masons, all them secret organizations. You work around them and been around them, so you know what I'm talking about. You know they got to get in coffins and all that stuff.
I don't
all
know.
These people you talking about.
I don't know what they
and we
do.
don't want to talk about it.
I don't know what they do.
You know how they get down.
Look,
They walk on.
it's
they
a
walk on
club, right?
that
They
white, black
they
floor.
they belong to a club. They got a right to belong to a
Right.
club, but they don't have a right to do bad things to people, take their property and all of that kind of stuff. They don't have a right to do that.
Yeah, I understand understand what you're talking about. I'm not disagreeing with you, but the lady was out of pocket for giving that little girl that. She knew better, or maybe she didn't know better. But in order to wear those colors, you have to pledge.
That's how they
You have to do a
feel.
lot of,
They may feel
well,
that way, but that's not necessarily true.
well, they've been getting down for like that hundreds of years. So I mean,
That
I'm
don't
not
make
gonna
it
argue
all
with you.
right.
You know what I'm talking about. But I know you have to deny it because we're on the phone and we're speaking in public.
What do I have to deny?
Because you know what I'm talking about. Well, I mean,
Okay.
if I'm lying or I need to be corrected, have one of them to call in. But I doubt if they'll do it and tell their secrets on air. But we know they have to get down like that, get in coffins, and walk on that black and white floor to get down and cut oath and trade blood and all that crap. So it's all good. I like what you're talking about. Have a good one.
All right. I didn't really know what he was talking about. Some of the time. Some of the time I didn't understand the point he was making. Some of the time I didn't understand the point he was making. All right, got another call coming in. Caller. Hello? All right, got another call coming in. Caller.
Hey, Emanuel, how you doing? Let me turn this down.
All right.
Can you hear me?
I can kind of, am I on a speaker?
Yeah, I had to turn my actual iPad down that I'm watching you on.
Okay.
Okay, so first of all, I agree with you. You can't tell me I can't wear something you put on the market for profit.
Hold on, first, what's your name?
Crystal? It's Crystal.
All right. Crystal, thank you for calling. Go ahead.
No, if you want to say that's an exclusivity to your club, that's fine. But don't put it on the market for profit. See, that's the difference in what Blade's talking about with the Masons or whatever he's trying. I know what he's trying to say. They're not putting their stuff out for profit. You don't see people walking around with Mason shirts on. Like you could just pick them up. If you put it out to the public that they can buy it, you better not touch my child if they have it on, or we got more than a big problem.
Okay, I agree.
Wear it, just keep it to yourself. Then you can, like you said, you can address your members if it gets out. But if you selling it in your clothing shops at the school, or people can buy it off of Old Navy or wherever they buying it from, you can't tell people they can't wear those items.
I agree. Yeah.
So I just wanted to put my little 2 cents in because I know where Blade was going. But the difference is with them, and I'm not a member of any of them, but you don't walk up into the store and see Mason or Eastern Star stuff just up there for people to purchase.
All right. That's true. I've never seen it.
So it's a difference. Don't put your product out there for profit in the public and then scream and holler when somebody puts it on.
All right.
All right, thank you.
All right. Thank you for your call, Crystal.
Bye.
All right. Let's see. Rilo says, it's definitely not the same thing as wearing a Nike shirt. It kind of is. It kind of is. Same thing. Now, it may mean something different to you, but to somebody like me, it's the same thing. It's a logo on a shirt. That's it. That's all it is to somebody like me. To me, it would be the same as putting a Nike logo, an Adidas logo, any logo, your Apple, you name it. It's a shirt with a logo on it. And the logo may mean more to you if you belong to the organization. But to the person who don't belong to the organization, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. I think Will asked, where did she get the shirt? And Mary answered, it was a hand down from a family friend. And that's why I say, if that's the case, then your issue ain't with the girl. Your issue is with the family friend. If I got this gold shirt that nobody else is supposed to have or wear or even gaze at too long, and then I give it to somebody who's not a member of the organization, the problem is with me. I'm the problem. I understand how people feel about it, but taking it, that would be a problem. That would be a problem. Maybe the teacher got mad. She was trying to pledge back in the day and they wouldn't let her in. It can't be a whole bunch of issues. No, the teacher was a part of the organization. That's why the teacher was mad. Like, this is for members only. She can't wear it. That would be a problem. Will says, for whatever, I don't know what just happened to my mouse. It couldn't have been passed down unless the person is part of the sorority or fraternity. Well, that's wrong. That's very wrong. See, here is what people, I guess some people don't actually know this. I can go right now to a website. Like me, say I want to go to Alabama State University's bookstore website, and I can buy a fraternity shirt. And then I could pass it on to whoever I want to pass it on to. There's no limits on, they're not going to be like, well, are you a member of the organization? You got to come in and do the secret handshake in order to buy the shirt. No, they like, you got the $28.95. Here's my credit card. The shirt is on the way. And then I can pass that to whomever I want to pass it to. There's no rule that says in order to buy that shirt, you must be a member of that organization. It don't exist. I promise you, you can go right now. Blade, you can go right now on a website and buy a shirt from virtually any fraternity or sorority here in America. Telling you can. And then you can give it to whoever you want to give it to. So yeah, Will, that's not factually accurate. Not factually accurate. What happened to my mouse? Mary says, or the Salvation Army. Now, I'll be honest, I've never seen one at the Salvation Army. Never seen one at the Salvation Army, but it wouldn't surprise me if they're there. And Will says, yes, technically you can, but most people know that out of respect, they don't. Well, what about those of us who don't respect those organizations? I don't respect those organizations. It's an organization. What is there to respect? And Sierra says, what's worse? The student wearing the shirt or the teacher acting like a gang member? I think it's the teacher. I want to know what just happened to my mouse and why it ain't working. Ah, there we go. Oh, LaDonna says she has. You've seen them at thrift stores. Well, I haven't, but again, I'm not saying it doesn't happen. But I just think that the teacher was out of line. And I don't understand people who feel that way. Let people hype your organization. The mouse is back working. Mary, why you got to give me such a hard time? I had to shut it off and cut it back on. But all right, y'all. Let me get ready to get out of here. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I was late. I went over. I think it about balances out. I think it about balances out. Remember Whoopi Goldberg was questioned about wearing a Mason sweater and she didn't know. She just thought it was cute. I could see that. I used to tease Lincoln all the time that I was going to go get a Marine shirt. And he used to get all bent out of shape. And I'm like, bruh, I could wear whatever the F I want to wear. I didn't say F to him. I just said it. And they had this little book that they was passing around, him and some of his Marine buddies. Him and some of his Marine buddies had this little book with all of this Marine Corps gear and stuff in it. And I tricked one of the dudes into giving me the book. And Lincoln didn't want him to give me the book because he swore that I was going to order something out of the book. And I'm like, dude, anybody can go get this stuff. People just want to feel special. Look, people, you are special no matter who you are. You are special. You were made special and you will remain special. Now, you're not necessarily better than anybody else, but because you're an individual, you have value. Being a part of a club don't give you more and it don't give you less. You have value. Don't let stuff like that define who you are. And I think that becomes the difference. There are some people who are like, so what? And then there are other people who are like, no, that defines who I am. That's what makes me special. Like, those are the problems. Those are the people who are the problems. You special. Take my word for it. Each and every one of you watching this, whenever you watch it, wherever you watch it from, that organization didn't make you special. You were already special. I got to get out of here. Enjoy y'all weekend. We might go see that new Exorcist movie. If I do, I'll let y'all know. I'll let y'all know what I thought of it. I'm still not all that thrilled about going to the theater. We'll see. We'll see. As always, if you're out and about this weekend and you see people, be the reason that somebody smiles. Till next time, I'm out, y'all. Peace.